Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Edition Live Show. With me here today is Isaac. Isaac,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I'm so excited to start this episode because we are going to delve into a topic that is identity and purpose. So, Isaac, tell us, what is identity and purpose to you, and how are they related?
Okay. I am a believer in Jesus Christ, born again, whatever you may call it. And why am I saying that? Because that's how I define my purpose and my identity. I believe Jesus is my identity, and in finding my identity, I find my purpose. They are related like this. Your identity, let's say you are Ugandan, like I'm Ugandan, I'm a boy. That should give you a picture of what you're supposed to do. Like purpose is defined as what you're supposed to do.
So, Isaac, you talked about finding your purpose in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your experience about finding your purpose and identity in Christ?
Yeah. Well, I guess I can't say I found my purpose and identity. I say it found me, because okay, like many of us, we are born in the world, like we just don't know, we are just here. You get produced, you find you get to discover, you go, you be like, hey, these are my parents, this is my language, I'm a Ugandan. They just tell you who you are. And so I guess generally purpose and identity finds us, because actually we are born ignorant, we don't know anything. So like me, my story, I'm a drummer right now, and I think that's my purpose. I'm a musician.
You do drums?
Generally I do drums, like in church right now. And generally I think I'm a musician. I believe that's what God created me to do.
Do you think that doing drums is a form of identity?
No, it's a purpose.
It's a purpose.
That's a purpose. But how my identity in Christ, okay, let me just go slow. So before the drums, I was coming there. Before the drums, I was in school, like you are born, you go to primary school. In primary school, I used to go to this church called Redeemed in Makerere, and that's where I started to see these guys drum in church. And for some reason, I was always glued on the guy on the drums. My eyes were always there in the service, and I think that's God had already created me the gift. And so I went to school. So it's a long story, but let me just cut to the important stuff. I was interested. I used to drum. I used to play with the saucepans and everything, and play with get two strings and play with bottles to do drums everywhere. I used to beatbox a lot, even disturb my parents. They'd be like, keep quiet in the middle of the night. So I had this thing in me. I think that was my purpose. But yeah. So fast forward, I go to primary school. You get stuff around primary 4. I lose all that. I think purpose. I lost my purpose. Like I didn't think about music. I didn't think about drums. I stopped hitting the saucepan. It was school every day, because I didn't have time for that. It was school. And so I lost it up until my Form 4 back. So all of that time, from 2010 to 2017, that's how long is that? That's 7 years. 7 years.
2010, 17 years, 7 years.
7 years. I wasn't thinking about music or my purpose. Yeah. That's my purpose story. So how identity is locked into purpose. So if, let's say, my identity is I'm a Ugandan, I'm a boy, I'm male.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm a Muganda, I'm a Nyankore mixed.
So like you said that you lost your purpose.
I lost my purpose for a while.
How did you regain it over time?
Okay, so that's where I'm coming, because I said previously that my identity is in Christ. So I lost the drums. I stopped going to Makerere. We shifted from there with my parents. We shifted to another place.
So forgive me for interrupting.
Yeah.
During the moment you lost your purpose, what were you doing then?
School.
It was just cool.
And during that time, by the way,
Mm.
okumanya purpose is interlocked with identity. I was lost. I can say I was lost. I used to just be on my phone, mostly in my vacation, because during school I was there, you know, school stuff. You are reading books. You're into games with people. You're discussing.
Yeah.
But I saw in
Just
school,
I
just school.
understand.
So when I went to my vacation, I was like, I lost touch of like life. I reached a point where I think I was like almost suicidal. Like I was like, life is boring generally. I was like,
So the fact that you were disconnected from your purpose
I
made you
lost reason to live.
lost reason to live.
Yeah. So that's what purpose is for me. Purpose is the reason why you live. Because the reason why I say God has your identity and then He has your purpose is because God created everything. If you believe that, God created everything with a reason.
That's true.
And so, if that thing loses its reason why it was created, it loses reason to live. Like
Yeah, like it's just an
it just
empty
makes
life.
sense. Yes,
Yeah.
it's empty when you don't have, when you're not living out why you were supposed to be living in the first place. If your heart is not pumping because it was created to pump, then you shouldn't have a heart. I mean, they remove it. By the way, they remove it and give you a new one that can do.
I can totally relate to that.
Exactly.
Because basically my personal experience with relating to what you said,
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
Like I think personally when I was growing up I had no purpose. At least you had drums.
Wow.
I was living an English life, so it was empty. It was basically a life of depression because you have nothing to live up to.
Yeah.
It's just wake up,
Sleep.
eat, like
Yeah.
purposeless life. So we should all have a purpose.
Exactly.
The way we are both struggled with identity and purpose
Yeah.
got me thinking that how can someone out there who is struggling with identity and purpose, because I know someone out there is also feeling empty, trying struggling to find their purpose and identity.
Yeah.
How do you think they can discover it?
Well, if by chance you are saved, like you're Christian, then you just have to relax, like seriously, because like I said before, purpose finds us. You're just getting, as life evolves, you get to know, as you grow up, you get to know stuff. Every day you're knowing stuff.
Do you mean to say that I will live my empty life? I wake up, sleep, wake up, asleep, and
Yeah,
to find me?
actually, the bitter truth is, yeah.
What if it
Until
takes
the time,
forever?
no, it can't. That is the truth. That is the confidence I have in God that He cannot let your time pass you by. Like He has a time He set for everything. That's why I believe in God. Like if you really believe in Him, like He sets everything in its right time, and it will definitely find you. You cannot.
Isaiah chapter 60,
Oh,
verse something
there we go.
says that at the appointed time
Yeah.
the Lord will make it happen.
Exactly. So, yeah, you just have to rest in the Lord and just live life. And since it's your identity, like let's say the heart, God created how identity is related to purpose. God has created you with every feature on your body, with everything, your parents, your country, your nationality, same as your country, I think, your sex, your gender, everything wraps around what you're supposed to do, your purpose. That's how God is wise and fantastic. Like, so, like, let's say the heart or the fingers, they are created to be like this long or with nails and having these adjustments and all these things for specific reasons that you know. We have 5 fingers, we have the pinky, we have the thumb, and they all have different reasons. So
There are those with a 6th finger.
exactly, that's weird. But
Please, it's not weird if you have it.
yeah, if you are lucky, I mean, you are very. So, but in case, let's in case you have like over one leg, you have a missing limb, don't worry. You just have to rest in God, because trust me, at an appointed time, you will get to know why you have that one leg.
That's right.
Exactly. So your identity, as I said, I'm a Christian. If let's relate it to my story. as a drummer, I don't think I've learned a lot in church. And actually, facts say that church drummers are the best drummers. Like, you can ask everywhere, America, everywhere, best musicians. Actually, all musicians, yeah,
Dun, dun,
she
dun,
does.
dun.
So I think God had to take me through church, and I had to be a Christian to find drums. No, for my drums to find me later, as we have said. Kugamba, my life has been, God put me to my parents. He put them where they met, in the place they had to meet, and they got married, and I was born, and then I was born in this country, in this, all that wraps around me finding what I'm supposed to do as a drummer, as these things.
This has got me relating to something.
Yeah.
We pray from the same church, so like on Sunday,
Churchmates.
on Sunday the preacher was like,
Yeah.
there is a story was like about a lady who was getting about an accident. Then it was like she was rushing to leave home, and on her way there is a border guy who is also rushing.
Yeah.
But while he's passing, people are stopping him, but he never stopped simply because it wasn't purpose for them to sit on that motorcycle to go and face the death. So the death was for this border guy and this lady who was rushing. So they went and met a guy.
And actually, when you think about it, that's how accidents happen. I mean, what are the chances of you, like, let's say you're going to knock your feet on a stone, like, what are the chances of you changing your mind and be like, what, you're remembering something, you'll be like, let me just go this way. But you go that same place and that stone just finds itself there, and then you knock it. Like, or any other accident. Think about any other accident. Any other accident. Like, there are very many chances of it not happening, but it happens because it's actually supposed to happen. So,
and not only accidents, a lot of things.
Yes, like the creation of a human being. If you know biology, you can attest, you can testify that you are not a miss. Like, we don't just be a miss. Like, you can't be a miss. Even when you are raped, like your mother was raped for you to exist. Like, you are not a mistake.
It's not.
Because there are very many. If you know the amount of sperms in just one drop of semen, there are billions, meaning you are one in a billion chances. There's a billion chances of you not existing, but you're existing, meaning you're not a mistake. You had to.
Like
So
that.
that's, yeah, so that's identity and that's purpose. Like, when
find you.
It will find you. It will find you. You don't have to worry. You just have to keep on growing, keep on living life. Don't commit suicide just because of anything. You don't have any reason. There's a lot coming your way. God has got your back. I mean, He created you for a reason. I mean, you wouldn't have existed in the first place if you are going to just live. If you are just a mistake, you wouldn't live. God does not make mistakes. If you be.
So Isaac, thank you for sharing your insights. It
Pleasure.
was such an insightful conversation,
Pleasure is all mine.
and we are looking forward to having you more often on this show because I like
I'll be
your
back.
ideas.
I'll be back.
Definitely.
Definitely.
So,
Bye.
guys, subscribe to the channel, and we shall have more of these interesting topics back. Be sure that you have Isaac back.
Yeah.
Remember to subscribe, share, and comment down below on some of the topics you'd like us to discuss, and we could delve more into it.
Yo.
Thanks. Bye.